Shola and her twin snake. Once upon a time, there lived a very beautiful girl named Shola. She lived with her parents in a small village called Ipetu. Her mother, Fanmi, was once the most beautiful woman in the village and was admired by all the eligible bachelors who dreamed of making her their bride. Shola's father, Adiwale, was considered the luckiest man in the village, as not even the prince of Ipetu could win Fanmi's heart. As Shola grew up, her beauty surpassed even her mother's, and she became the admiration of all the maidens in Ipetu. One day, while returning home from the stream, she encountered a giant snake staring directly at her. Terrified, Shola froze in fear as she had never seen such a large snake before. The snake slowly approached her, and Shola screamed at the top of her lungs, shutting her eyes tightly. When she opened her eyes, the snake had disappeared, and she ran back home in panic. At home, she told her mother what had happened. Fanmi comforted her, relieved that Shola was unharmed. However, as days turned into weeks, strange occurrences began to unfold. Shola frequently found herself in dangerous situations, only to be miraculously saved by the strange snake. Once, she was about to step on a venomous scorpion when the snake appeared out of nowhere, hissing loudly to alert her. Seeing the dangerous scorpion and the snake in front of her, Shola was frightened and hurried back home. Yet, the thought of the snake lingered in her mind. One night, Shola had a terrifying dream where she saw herself as a snake, moving alongside the snake she had encountered in the forest. She woke up in a cold sweat and rushed to her mother's room to share her horrifying dream. Fanmi comforted her, assuring her it was just a dream. The next evening, Shola went into the forest to gather firewood when the snake appeared again. Filled with fear, she ran a short distance before noticing that a tree branch above where she had just been standing had fallen to the ground. Realizing the snake had saved her once more, Shola hesitated, staring at the snake. This time, curiosity overcame her fear, and she decided to follow the snake, believing it meant no harm. The snake led her to a cave, but Shola lacked the courage to enter. She turned and fled home in fear. Little did she know, someone had followed her. Foleshedi, a maiden from the village, who had overheard Shola's scream and secretly trailed her. When Foleshedi saw Shola and the snake together, curiosity turned into jealousy. She spread rumors throughout Ipetu, claiming that Shola had dark powers and could control snakes. The gossip spread like wildfire in the entire village. Some believed Shola had dark forces, while others dismissed the rumors as a result of Foleshedi's jealousy. Despite the gossip, Shola's beauty continued to attract suitors. A young, handsome farmer named Ayamide, who had been spending time with Shola since the last festival, declared his intention to marry her. Shola had rejected all other suitors, thus Ayamide was everything she had dreamed of. He met with her parents, and the date for their marriage introduction was set. On the day of the ceremony, Shola looked breathtakingly beautiful, and the villagers gathered to celebrate. Suddenly, the giant snake came into the crowd, sending everyone, including Ayamide, running in fear. Wow, this is becoming quite interesting, right? Please friends, just take a moment to subscribe to my channel, it really means a lot to me. So, back to the story. Ayamide never spoke to Shola again, leaving her heartbroken and ostracized by the village. Unable to bear the ridicule, Shola ran away to live with her godmother, Ebilola, in a neighboring village. She told her godmother about the snake and how it had ruined her life. Ebilola devised a plan to kill the snake and end Shola's torment. They returned to Ipetu, and Shola led Ebilola to the snake's cave. Finding the snake asleep, Shola gathered her courage and raised a knife to strike it. But just as she was about to plunge the knife, the snake woke up and bit Ebilola. Startled, Shola accidentally cut her own hand, spilling blood onto the snake. To everyone's surprise, the snake began to change. Its scales dissolved into human skin, and within moments, it transformed into a beautiful girl who looked exactly like Shola. Shola, in shock, ran home to tell her mother what had happened. Fumi, overcome with emotion, revealed a long-held secret. When Shola was born, there was great jubilation. But moments later, Fumi felt the urge to push again, and to her surprise, a snake was born. Fearing the villagers' judgment, Fumi abandoned the snake in the forest and told no one of the second birth. Shola and her mother returned to the cave to find the girl, who looked frightened and confused. Beside her was Ebilola, now acting strangely. Struck with madness, Ebilola began to confess. She revealed that years ago, out of jealousy, she had cast a spell on Fumi, intending to turn her unborn child into a snake. Ebilola had been in love with a man who chose Fumi instead. Ebilola admitted she had plotted to kill the snake to cover her tracks. She started laughing so loudly, leaving Shola and her mother shocked. The girl, now revealed to be Shola's twin. She confessed why she had interfered with Shola's marriage. She revealed that Ayomide had made a bet with his friends to win Shola's heart and that the marriage would have led to misery. Shola embraced her twin, apologizing for all she had endured. The villagers were astonished by the turn of events, and welcomed Shola's twin into the family with open arms. The two sisters lived happily ever after, their bond stronger than ever. The lesson from this story is that jealousy can lead to ruin and regret. Always strive to let go of envy and never plot evil against others. Do you know that? In many African cultures, snakes are not just ordinary animals. They are seen as sacred beings, messengers, protectors, and even gods. In Dahomey, now Benin, the royal python is a sacred snake. It's believed to bring good luck and protect the kingdom. If a python enters your home, you must never harm it, because it carries the spirits of ancestors. Likewise, in some Igbo traditions of Nigeria, the Eke name, mother snake, is a guardian of wealth. Killing it is said to bring misfortune. So next time you see a snake, remember, in Africa, it might be more than just a reptile, it could be a sign from the spirits. Thanks for watching. Love. From the Classic Stories.